Yes guys, I'm back. I'm back with another one. Today I'm going to be going through altcoins. Obviously I'll scan Bitcoin like I normally do. I'm going to have a little look at dominance, a look at USDT dominance, but it's still going to be, there, USDT dominance. So I'm going to have a little look at it, but I'm going to also have a little look at some of these altcoins. Let's see if we can get some killer entries in these altcoins for this push up, because we all know Q1 is a very, very bullish time for crypto and for most markets. So we'll go through Total 2, Total 3 and others as well while we're at it. So yeah, let's get straight into it, guys. So I'm going to start on BTC, have a little look at BTC. Like I was saying with BTC, we've got, let's remove them a minute. So with BTC, we've got, this here is the main trend line on BTC. So if we go over to here, we'll go to the weekly. I think that's a daily one. Go to the weekly a minute, and then what we'll do is we'll just take that off for 1 minute. Just have a little look. Have a little look at the weekly. So, like I've told you before, with your trading, what you want to do is you want to add confluence to every single trade that you take. So basically, your trend lines, we've got this indicator here that James made, your money flow indicator, then you've got your volume profiles, which are here, then you've got the actual candles themselves. So if we just go off the candles and we use a trend line in this zone here, so from the initial move up, what we've got here is that's the weekly trend in motion on BTC. Yeah? That's the weekly trend. Once we've then, we are trending, as you can see. We've started, we've hit it, we've bounced. We never even came back to hit it. But this is where your daily will come into play at the minute. I'll show you that in a minute as well. So this here, a lot of people probably went short here when we had the initial move. This is 21. A lot of people probably did go short there. And yeah, they did. They made a decent amount from going short there. But that there were a fake out. And you'll see this a lot. You get fake breakouts and you'll get fake outs towards the downside. Unlike this move here, on this weekly candle. This weekly candle here dropped 20% in a week. We've also got a local resistance area. So what we can do there is we can see how it's tested it several times before in this zone. So you can mark that zone out there and leave it there. And then you can go into here. I've got so much in this here, I need to clean it up at some point. But then you can hide it, show it, hide it, show it. Same with your trend. So once we're in that zone and we've fallen, it's a good time there to take your short. And you got a lovely move in your short. You got a 35% drop. But now what you can also do is, you can see this here, we're turning in to a support level. So you can mark that level out now as a supporting zone. And you want to use the most recent price action to see what's going on. So that then were used as a supporting zone. This is in June 21. And it went all the way through to November 21. Okay. So that's what we've got. So if we go back, January, we had the trend in motion. It came down. It tapped the trend at 29k, I think it was. Came back up and fired off. So what you also could have done in just this price action here, let's remove that for 1 second. I'm trying to see if we can get a replay mode here. So if we go there, right, and you can see at the minute we had no trend on the weekly. So if we take that away, get another trend line. That's a steep trend line there. It's very, very steep. So then what you can do is you've got that steep trend line. Then you can get another one in here and have a look at that there. So what we'll do is we'll see the price action. You can clearly see here is a supporting area. So what I'll do is I've not cherry picked any of this. I just literally randomly just came on and did it. So that's your supporting area. You also got you've got your steep trend line here, which is that, and then you've got another really steep trend line there. So if we just play it on slowly, that's the next week, creating a support. We've come below that trend now. This is where we're getting back up above it. We got back up above that trend there. Wait for the next weekly open. Right, we've got the next weekly open here. So a lot of people here, on that decline there, you've got resistance. That to me wouldn't have been strong enough for me to say we can short that. It has closed below that steep trend. Well, then to add some more confluence into that trend, we've also got this now. We've also got another trend in motion. So looking at that trend in motion, potentially here on that when it came back down into here, you know, you'd be looking for a long on that retest there. Your stop's going to have to be below there. Let me just remove that. 1 second. Hide it. So you really don't know where your resistance is going to be in BTC here. Because you can't really see, because you've not really got the data, again, here, to tell you. All you've got is a trend in motion. So you can't really see what's going to go on. So let's continue with this replay. Breakout. Big breakout. Drop back in. A retest of that trend. That steep trend. Another big push. So before we continue here, what we can now do is we can see this zone here, which was a resistance, turn into a support area. There. Now that turned into a support area. That aligned with the steep trend and the other trend. There's two trends in motion there. So when it came back up above that and broke above it, your stop's going to be below that, which was a supporting area. you know, and you've got a lovely trade. You're just adding confluences to your trades. That's all you're doing with it. You're just adding to your trades to see where it could potentially be going. So this is what you want to be doing at the minute with the price action of BTC. Just adding confluence in with these trades. So let's just come off of that replay mode at the minute. Yep, exit that. So this is why at the minute I've got this trend in motion. This is recent price action. See, I marked this out and I showed you this previously. This here, this were at the value area low on that volume profile. So you can easily do it if you look here. If you look from recent price action in 2021, when it came down and broke through, it then did another 100% on top of that. It came back down to it. So we technically now, we'd have marked that out as a resistance area. Yeah? You can clearly see it was a resistance area. It did rally again slightly from that resistance area. So your short-term trades there would have been really good. But once it had fallen back down into here, into this zone, and I'm just see if we can get another volume profile from this top. If you look at that recent volume profile from the top, it came all the way back down to the point of control, all the way to the value area low. This here now is telling you to go long. I went long in BTC originally, I think you all know I told you, at around 26k. I went long in BTC at around 26k is because we created a supporting area at around 25, which aligns up perfectly with a previous resistance area. Once we came back up above this prior resistance area, not the new one, the prior, there's your longing opportunity coming in here. So that's your trend in motion. So you've got your trend in motion there. There's your trend. Prior resistance, trending up. It even came back to give you another opportunity at 38k to go long again. It did break down in that trend here. But what did we have when it broke down in that trend? So now, where we are at the minute, it broke down below that trend, but fired straight back up. So you had your trading range here. You've also got a resistance zone there. That resistance band, once it fired through that resistance band, it went off. So this is how you can just add little bits of confluences to your trades to see where potentially we could be going next. This is the only reason why. I know there's a lot of people bullish, and yet I can't not be bullish the way BTC is moving at the minute. I can't not be. Because at the minute, we're inside this volume area and we're creating another range inside this volume area, which is pretty similar to what we were doing previously in this area. We're bouncing from low to the POC. We're doing exactly the same. We're creating another range. What we don't want to see is, when creating this range, we want to see it go that way, really. We don't want to see it go that way because, like I pointed out previously, there isn't a lot of volume in here. which could potentially drop it all the way back down to here, to the prior point of control. I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. But that could happen. So be prepared if it does happen. Right, let's have a little look at total 2, because I need to be quick, because I've got snooker shortly. I can't be late because it's a tournament and I need to be there as early as I possibly can. Same sort of price action in total 2. You know, total 3, same sort of price action. I think it's a daily trend, that's why I've got it marked up there. But on a weekly, we had a range, we break out the range, and away we go. Similar sort of story, you know, breaking out of this would be a good area for us to go long. Let me just close them out a minute. So at the minute, if I have a little look, you know, we had a trend there, we dropped below the trend, came back up above it. Can draw this. Just looking at that there, so it keeps falling below it and then pumping off. That's the original trend. The original trend that we've been in. So keep your eye on that. At the minute, weekly, you know, that could be your pattern there, what's going on. You know, that's your original trend. We're in this pattern here at the minute. We want to see something very similar with this. We might trade inside this range a little bit longer. But if we get out, then we're firing. If we drop below, we may drop hard. I'm not saying we're going to drop that to that area, but we may drop hard to this, possibly this zone here, which was a previous resistance zone, and hold and then fire again. So keep your eye on that. What else have we got? Others, very, very similar. I've got my areas marked out in others. Monthlies, weeklies, we're in that zone. Holding this would be prior, would really help us out so we can fire off. That's what we want to look at on the weekly. Trending up at the minute. We've got a trend there. So holding these trends would be perfect for alts. I'm going to do another video next week and I'm going to get a few altcoin entries. I'm going to have a little scan at BTC dominance while I'm at it. These are your trends at the minute. You know, we're in a channel. Let me get off that. This was your trading channel that we were in. And it's looking like we are breaking away in BTC dominance from that trending channel. We did fall below it previously. If this can close like this, I think next week as well, we're going to probably get another push down into here with another candle. That's what I'm looking at for your altcoins, which would be lovely because altcoins are going to run. You know, it came back in at this area, like I was saying. It came in at this area at around 59%, and it's in that area, and it had dropped away. So, you know, this sort of run would be beautiful for it to move away, and we want to see it drop below this zone. Even a consolidation in this zone, a drop, and a consolidation in this zone, and a drop again, and then we'll probably get another consolidation, and we may even start to come back up. That could be a perfect play for altcoins. It would be really nice for altcoins to get their run. Like I say, it's a lot of ifs and buts at the minute. So we've got this other trend in motion here. I do have levels marked out in this, but I've got that much going on. I will redo another video at some point and I will show you, you know, how I've marked out all these levels. You know, we've hit this trend at the minute and we're ejecting off of it. perfect scenario would be that. But, you know, markets aren't perfect, and we may consolidate, you know, and then do that. You know, maybe even test this area again. So just keep your eye on these zones. Like I say, next week I'm going to do another video because I'm going to have to get off now. But next week I'm going to do another video of, you know, altcoin entries. I'm going to try and get you some really good entries on these altcoins. Because we've had a fairly bullish week this week. You know, there's not a lot, really, that has dropped that much. You know, we've got ADA. Look at this. Look at... People keep shilling Cardano. Oh, we know that won't be one of my videos without something like that. But look at Cardano at the minute. You know, everybody had writ this coin off. And it still could. But, you know... This zone I had marked out here is rejected off this zone. It did fall below it, but it's reclaimed it as quick as it possibly can. So, you know, we've also got this area up here that has not been touched yet. And as we all know, this market is liquid market. It's a very, very liquid market. So at some point, it's going to want to take out the rest of these. So, you know, keep your eye on these zones. Atom, another one. This is the weekly. I'll just do a quick one on Atom at the minute. If we just have a little look at this trend. And then we can get another line. We can get another trend line here. Let's get another one in here. So also to add to your, you know, you've got these. You've got your moving averages. See your 20, simple moving average, and your 20 exponential moving average. All, at the minute, coming underneath this. To add to your confluence of these trades, we want to see Atom do this. We then want to see these moving averages. This is your 200 EMA. That's your 200 simple moving average. You want to see that coming under there. That's what we want to see. And it to hit this at around the price where it is now, at around $8, would be a great longing opportunity. The only one that's going to worry me is the simple moving average here. Because we could go long here and it could hit that resistance band at around $10 again. We don't want that, but it could do that. We really want that to start to come under. Little rejection. And then to fire off. You know, stop listening to all these stupid idiots on YouTube. And, you know, there's certain other things as well, that, and I'm not going to get into it, but there's some absolute morons that are telling you, oh, this has done this has done. Just don't listen to them. Just look at the charts and see where is the best place for me to long these coins. You know, we can even go back here. Having a little look at Atom here. You know, that was the trend. That was your breakout in the trend. You've also got your 20s here that are acting as a support. So you going long there, you know, when it's come up above there, and your stops are below there, you only got to look for liquidity. Where's liquidity? Our liquidity is lying there. It didn't hit it, but it did hit there. But you've also got to add to that and think, maybe I need to close this trade now. Your 200 MAs. You know, once it starts to reject off them, be like, think it's time to close that trade now. This is not difficult to do, guys. It's really not difficult to do. It gets overcomplicated. All you've got to do is add layers of confluence into your trades. So then dropping down into the daily, at the minute, you know, if we're having a look at the daily, look at the daily. These moving averages are now crossing under this zone. If you have a little look here, you could clearly see here it was rejecting at these areas because of your moving averages. These are just examples. You know, I don't have these on all the time. I'll literally scan these on like this, and then I'll move them off. But if I can see something like that here, where it's rejected, you know, and then it's rejected again off this 20, you're getting some great moves here. 50% drop. Here, it's come up above it. It's rejecting the trend. It's dropped back down. It's held. It's held. Are these now going to start to do this? Is your 200 going to stay below like this? And then a retest and then a bang? That's what you want to be looking at. Just add areas of confluence to your trading. So easy to do. And it gets overcomplicated by a load of sausages on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Just have a little look at that. You know, it's the same for your short-term trades. It'll work on any time frame. These moving averages, these trends, they'll work on any time frame. So just keep that in mind. But your larger time frames, your weeklies, your monthlies, these are your time frames. These are what you want to look on. These are what you want to look on. These are your time frames. And look, this is why I love volume profiles. Look at what it did. It retested the bottom of that value area low. Came up, tested the top of the value area. A breakout of this value area and that trend could see this coin rocket. It's the only one I'm going to give you because, like I say, next week I'm going to do a little bit more on it. I'm going to show you a little bit more of what I'm looking at. And that's going to be it from me because I've got snooker. I'm going to have to go or the lads are going to be screwing. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We've got links, CWP Premium. There's Andre's Trading Journal. There's my trading journal. There's Mr. B's, or Mr. Beast as everybody's calling him at the minute, trading journal. Slim's bots. We've got James's Baccarat indicators. And just overall, CWP is a great place to be to make the P. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but it rhymed, so we'll just go with that. But yeah, that's it from me. I'm going to get out of here. And I will catch you in the next one, guys. Happy trading.